What's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today in our Dungeon Guide series, we'll be covering Spire of the Watcher located on Mars. Timestamps are in the description if you want to skip to a specific part. Let's get into it. As soon as you load in, make your way across by following the yellow cable until you reach the first encounter. Now before we start, here are a few things to keep in mind. Defeating conduit minotaurs creates a pool that gives you an attrition buff. This buff lasts for 30 seconds and shooting a node extends the timer by 4 seconds. If you run out of Arctrician, defeat another conduit minotaur to pick the buff back up again. Now in this encounter, you need to find the power generator node that looks like this with arrows around it. This is the starting node. From here, follow the cables to the next node and power it up. All of the nodes have to be activated in order, and your goal is to connect each sequence to the middle. In case you get lost, here is a map of the encounter. All credits go to ItsKale for this one. And if you need an efficient route, here's the one I use. Once you've finished, head down the hatch and descend further. Once you reach this area, equip a long-range weapon to defeat the Hydras, and then complete the jumping puzzle. Once you reach the scaffolding here, turn around and follow me, as we'll be getting our first secret chest. Now just continue forward until you reach the gravity lift and then head up. Keep ascending until you reach this rally flag, and then once you're ready, hop up on the ledge and find the conduit minotaur. Once you've received the Arctrician buff, activate both arc node sequences in the correct order to charge the elevators and ascend the spire. Like last time, if you need an efficient route, here's the one I use. Once you've finished, head up the elevator and do the same thing again. And then one more time. Once you've collected your loot, keep ascending, open this window, and now you're at the first boss fight. In this encounter, we have to finish a total of 4 arc sequences, which all start from the middle here. To get the Arctrician buff, 2 conduit minotaurs will spawn on opposite sides at the end of each bridge that I'm showing here. Again, if you need an efficient route, here's how I do it. Once you've connected the last node, Akelous will come to you, and you'll need to destroy its red eyes as fast as possible. The faster you destroy the eyes, the longer your damage phase will be. During damage, Akelous will slowly move backwards towards the middle, so if you're using a close-ranged weapon, try to stay close, but be careful not to fall through the holes on the bridge. Once the damage phase ends, Akelous will blast you backwards, so keep a little distance from the boss so you don't get thrown off the edge. Repeat the same steps until Akelous is defeated. Collect your loot and start descending into the center of the spire. Once you've made it deeper into Ares' Spire, you'll be introduced to a new mechanic. Start by killing all of the Vex in the area. Once the Conduit Minotaur spawns, defeat it and pick up the Arctrician buff. Now you'll see nodes with red cables. These can be shot in any order, but they have to be shot in quick succession. If you take too long, they will reset, so you'll have to shoot them again. So shoot all 5 nodes, then descend further. You'll have another room where you need to defeat more Vex and shoot the red cable nodes. Then you'll do it one more time at the bottom. Here, 4 of the cables are on the outer edges of the room, and the 5th one is inside next to the Hydra. Now before you leave, follow me as we'll be getting the second secret chest. After that, drop down the hole in one of the 4 corners, and now you're at the final boss fight. Before we start, here's a map of the encounter if you get lost with the yellow cables here. Credits go to HoldenAGrenade for this one. This encounter is a mix of everything we've done so far. The red cables are on the inside pillars and control the middle door. The yellow cables are on the outside of the pillars and power the reactor. To start, defeat the 2 Hydras on the left and right side. This will spawn the Conduit Minotaurs. Once you have the Arctrician buff, activate the 5 red nodes first to open the middle door and unlock the yellow nodes. Then 2 out of the 4 yellow node sequences will be available. Activate the first one in the correct order and finish it. Then activate the second one in the correct order, but do not finish the final node unless Persys is in the reactor room. If Persys is not inside the reactor room and you finish the sequence too early, you'll have to redo that part of the encounter. Once both yellow sequences are finished and Persys is trapped inside of the reactor room, go back outside, activate the 5 red nodes to close the door, and then damage Persys. Once the damage phase is over, repeat the same steps until Persys is dead. Congratulations on completing Spire of the Watcher. If this guide helped you, or if I missed anything, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.